I'm joined by Gavin Slater. Now, Gavin, we were talking about all the fantastic work you're doing in terms of calling supporters, but obviously that's just, well, a small, minute section of what the foundation have been up to over the last, during the lockdown 3, lockdown 2, lockdown 1 that we've been going through. Firstly, I think people have seen it online. The memory lane stuff that you've been doing, obviously, sort of extension of the sessions that we've been done in person, obviously with Peter Lane at the club, but these are online sessions and allow older supporters to sort of have memories of when they were sort of watching the club, and you've had some unbelievable guests.
Yeah, we've had 3 or 4 sessions now, and they've gone really well. The original plan was that we were going to deliver them face to face, possibly at the club, but obviously the third lockdown sort of put paid to that for initially. So we turned to going online. As I say, the response has been great. So we're targeting over 55s, but we've had members attend that are a lot older than that. We had a gentleman that had even attended the first game in 34 attend the first session. But we've had a few former coaches and players attend. We had Mick Housel this week. It was absolutely fantastic. Really good to hear some of the stories from Mick. And we've got a few good guests lined up for the next couple of weeks. So for that session, or for anything that I'm probably going to mention over this call, probably the best way to get involved is to email foundation@theposh.com, and I can forward the emails on to the right staff members.
Yeah, and essentially it's a virtual session. You can sit, listen to the guests talk about stories, ask questions, obviously, and it's a great tool for, well, I mean, when we've done stuff in the past, it triggers memories, doesn't it? It brings back happy memories, and you might suddenly think, oh, I completely forgot about that, and what a wonderful experience that was. And that's part of the reason, but also to bring people into a sort of a virtual room, if that makes sense, to talk to like-minded people.
That's right. Yeah, it's bringing people together. Again, that's not having the opportunity to speak and meet at the ground or on an away day or whatever. So it's bringing people together. And you're right, it's a Zoom call, so similar to what we're doing now. And they've got an opportunity to ask questions or listen to the stories. And as you say, it triggers memories of players, of coaches, of incidents, of games gone by.
Obviously, the PE with Peter stuff that we did went down very well, and obviously Joe Wicks has sort of monopolised that during these lockdowns in terms of exercising. I go onto your Instagram page and Twitter page, I'm seeing Brad Rayner do press-ups. Talk to us about these exercise sessions that are going on.
Yeah, we're offering a few sort of online sessions as well. We've also got a fitness session which takes place on a Thursday night at 6:30. So again, the plan originally was to do that face to face in a sports hall or in a room, but again, that's gone online for the moment. So we want to keep people active. We know it's important over the lockdown period to offer something. So you probably will see a few more of our staff attempting different exercises.
I'm not seeing you do any sit-ups yet. Have you next in line?
Could be. I've stayed out of those so far, so hopefully that continues.
But that's really important, isn't it? People, particularly when you're in a lockdown, particularly if you are on furlough or you're out of work at this moment in time, or even if you're working from home, the one thing that you crave sometimes is that ability to keep in a decent shape, because it's very easy to sit there like me and eat 20 packets of Watches every day, but eventually it's going to have a bit of an impact on your body. So to be able to have a platform where you can sort of do some nice, simple, easy sessions without overextending yourself is perfect.
Yeah, definitely. As you say, the fitness is an important thing, and it's important for not just the adults but the children as well. So we're fortunate over this period that we've been able to stay in a couple of our primary schools that we regularly work with. So we're still working with the lockdown children, so they're still getting their fitness and exercise and a bit of fun and let off a bit of steam outside. So I say it's not just the adults but the kids as well. One of the schools in particular, we still deliver the session in the sports hall, but they've got Zoom up as well, so that the kids at home can join in, so they're not actually missing out on the PE as well. So it's been quite good to see how the technology's advanced to offer that, really.
Yeah, PE classes must be really challenging, as you say, because you're dealing with different situations at different schools, and I suppose that is benefit to you in terms of the flexibility that you can offer, because as you say, you can be in person or you can do it virtually. Is that just adapting to different situations?
It is, and obviously there's challenges around different things. we have to be careful with equipment and sharing equipment and the cleanliness of things like that. So to be able to do a session, as I say, and involving the kids that are at home is fantastic.
And you guys did some incredible work over Christmas and in the beginning of the new year in terms of food parcels. Every time I went near the foundation office, it looked like you were feeding the 5,000. It was incredible. Talk us through how that all came about and the work that you guys did to get those out to those that needed it.
Yeah, well, we started in October, really, the October half term. We did about 150 parcels there to some of the schools that we regularly work with. And then for Christmas, we extended to about 350 parcels in the end. But that wouldn't have been possible without sort of the support of the Free Kicks Foundation that raised some funds for us. We got donations from the first team management staff, from academy staff and players, first team players, staff at the club. It was a real sort of team effort, really, from, as I say, the club and the foundation, but also the Peterborough public as well. So, yeah, we had, as I say, about 350 parcels, and we had a little bit left over in January that we put out for any requests. So we delivered about another 20 odd bags to another 20 households in January. So, yeah, it was a busy time.
Yeah, and I think people don't realise that, you know, it's all very well coming up with a wonderful idea in terms of being able to deliver all of that, but you actually had all of the food in your office, so you were packaging them up as well. It wasn't just a case of you were given a package and you delivered it. You were doing pretty much everything as part of that responsibility.
Yeah, so as I say, I mean, probably each bag had about 15, 20 items in it, and I can say I personally bought everything from a local supermarket at some point in December. So, but yeah, it was a team effort. You know, it wasn't just me buying it, but the staff were delivering it, packaging it up, putting it into the office and storing it up halfway up the walls by the time we were mounted up the baked bean tins and whatever else. So yeah, again, another team effort.
Yeah, and more work you've been doing over this period of time. It sometimes gets overlooked, the sort of day-to-day stuff. But I know we're doing this Zoom from your house, and I'm in my house. But give us a flavour of what it's been like in terms of the sort of day-to-day operations of being involved in the foundation.
Yeah, obviously all the staff are working from home. So, you know, they're making the phone calls from home that we spoke about for the season ticket holders. So obviously there's more phone calls, more Zoom calls, just to check on well-being with staff and to check progress on different projects. But we're trying to maintain the initiatives as best we can. We've spoken about how we've had to adapt some of those. Some of it's been a little bit of a waiting game and changing with different announcements, you know, and schools saying they want us in or they don't want us in, and whatever. We understand that, and trying to put some sort of plan in place for the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, rest of the year, really, which is obviously a little bit difficult. But I suppose it's being adaptable to what we might be able to deliver in the next few months.
And learning as you go as well. I know you've been doing lots of courses as well, and dealing
Yeah.
with different situations, and that's important too, to develop as a person.
That's it. We've all been on a number of courses, developing our knowledge and skills on different things, not just coaching, but behaviours and different things like that, really. So yeah, it's an opportunity to learn and improve, and hopefully we'll be able to offer something different when we're a little bit back more to normal.
Yeah, and I know you've been working with local charities as well, and obviously the foundation as a charity arm as well, in terms of raising funds, and that's important as well, because, as I say, people will probably look and be, oh, it's just a community department, but that's not how it works at the football club. You're a foundation. Your aim is to obviously raise funds.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, obviously with the charity side of the football club, so we're hoping to support a few more charities over the next couple of months as well. So there'll be something coming out soon with the British Heart Foundation. We're doing a little bit of work with Alzheimer's in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, there'll be a lot of that going out on the website and social media.
Yeah, and I guess as well, you know, people will look at these lockdowns, and you deal with it in different ways. Lockdown 1, as you say, might have been a little bit easy to deal with because the weather was a little bit better. Lockdown 2 was more of a challenge, probably because of where it sort of happened. And the lockdown we're in at this moment in time, coupled with the weather conditions we've had, people are out there probably that are lonely, looking for support, looking for help. You mentioned it earlier. I mean, if they need any assistance, you guys are there for them.
That's it. Yeah. with this third lockdown, we wasn't sure obviously how long it was going to be, or what we could do to support. But as it's gone on, with the weather as well, because as you say, lockdown 1 wasn't too bad with the weather and everything, but with this one, people are at home more. The ability to go out isn't necessarily there or enjoyable. So yeah, you know, if anybody wants a phone call or just a little pick me up, or as I say, support with whatever they might need in the next couple of weeks or couple of months, then feel free to get in contact with the foundation. foundation@theposh.com is probably the easiest email. And we'll try and support anyone that is struggling or does need anything in the next couple of weeks.